Hello, folks and fellow patriots. This is Constitution Kelly coming to you live from Indiana. And this week, what I've got for you is, well, I've had people, there's hundreds of thousands of people out there that are completely convinced that the New World Order is just a conspiracy theory. And in fact, it is a conspiracy, which technically means that two or more people have conspired to do something. And we've got proof of this in the mainstream media, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Finally clear things up for people. Of course, people that don't see this won't know, but after today, there's no denying it. I mean, after everything we've seen in the media, and I'm just going to jump right into this here. I've got a number of articles that are primarily Obama talking about the New World Order, completely ushering it in. Most of us know that Henry Kissinger feels that Barack Obama should definitely usher in the New World Order. He claims that it's a great time to bring it out. A crisis would be the best time to bring it about. And the first article I'm bringing to you today is titled, this was May 22nd of 2010, this year, just last month. At West Point, Obama presses for New World Order to defeat Al-Qaeda. We got it here, coming to you from Fox News. Got that there. Now, like I said, this was just a few weeks ago, and there's some parts that I've got in here that are real great. President Obama, on Saturday, vowed to press for a new international order, quote, that can resolve the challenges of our times, and, unquote, and help the United States to defeat Al-Qaeda and other threats to freedom. Now, I mean, that's pretty broad. It says new international order, so that's a little different. But why would they put a new world order? I mean, world, international, both the same thing. Why choose the word world, especially when that's what we're complaining about, the new world order? You can't force people to live together. I don't care what you try to do. All right, next point in this article, and there's only just these two here. Obama ticked off a list of lofty goals this new order could accomplish, from combating violent extremism to stopping the spread of nuclear weapons to stemming climate change and sustaining global growth. Now, for those of you who don't know what sustaining global growth is supposed to mean, the New World Order believe that global warming, man-made global warming, is in big part due to overpopulation. That all of the body heat is just making the world too hot. So what do these people want to get? They want to get rid of well over a third of the population. Well over a third. Certain advocates that are part of the New World Order have said 3/4 of the world population needs to go. And the most conservative of them say that at least 1/8 of the world population needs to go. How on earth are you going to get rid of 1/8 of the world's population without just completely destroying them? And that's what they have FEMA camps for. They got to get rid of the ones who are free still, or at least that are trying to be free, and that's America. That's this one here at West Point, just last month. Next article. Obama to usher in New World Order at G20, Fox News. G20, I believe, this was last year, 2009. And point A that I've got down in here, well, Obama to usher in New World Order at G20 Summit. Yeah, even has a little picture of him standing there with, I believe that's the main guy in China. He's pushing for a global currency. In a surprising late-night twist on the eve of the G20 summit in Pittsburgh, Fox News has learned President Obama will announce Friday morning a significant expansion of the consortium of countries that tackles global economic and climate change issues. Now, why the sudden expansion, right? Well, it's because all of the countries that are joining this G20 summit are already New World Order. And now that they have Barack Obama and Gordon Brown to usher it in and announce it, completely bringing it out in the open, not hiding it anymore. They're not hiding this anymore, folks. They're bringing it out so then people can join and, oh, it's just now started. These people have been working their way to the top and by design in all of these countries since the beginning. Since the beginning. And once again, Obama to usher in New World Order at G20. Why choose the phrase New World Order? Why say New World Order if it's not what it says? Now, the second part in this decision brings to the table the countries needed. This is what it says. This decision, this is quoted by Barack, this decision brings to the table the countries needed to build a stronger, more balanced global economy, reform the financial system, which means replacing the dollar and bringing about a world currency as well, and lift the lives of the poorest. Now, the problem that I have with that statement is lift the lives of the poorest. They're the ones causing the poorest, so to speak. And if they're not directly causing it, a majority of what they're doing is definitely directly influencing it. And they already have the power. America already has the power and the money. I mean, because we can just print it out and give it to whoever we want, right? We have the power and the money to already lift the lives of the poorest. And why don't we do it? Because that's not what they want. That is not their goal. Just like everything Obama says, this is just an act. He doesn't present any real evidence as to how this is going to help and why it's going to help. It's just, that's what it is. Okay. And we've got another part of that. Yeah. Oh, another one of the G20's responsibilities is financial regulatory reform. Now, do not confuse financial regulatory reform with the same reform that Ron Paul is presenting with H.R. 1201, I believe, and the one that Thomas Jefferson preached of. No, this is wanting to expand the central bank system's powers, and they're the ones causing it. So the people who are causing it, let's give them more power. Let's let the people who are causing it fix it, because that makes all the sense in the world, of course. Next part in here, C. Okay. His reasoning for expanding the G8 to the G20. Well, in making the G20, which will take over certain responsibilities of the G8. And this is part of his quote. What I've noticed is everybody wants the smallest group possible. The smallest possible organization that includes them. So if they're the 21st largest nation in the world, they want the G21 and think it's highly unfair if they have been cut out. So basically, to avoid bias and so no one thinks it's unfair, let's just have all the nations of the world be part of the G20. You know, let's just bring about the New World Order. If we're all working together, then there's no one that thinks it's unfair. So that's his reason for letting everybody come in and help. You've got China, who is, I mean, they're killing their own people because they want freedom and democracy. That's what they're doing. Same thing with Tibet. So let them in to the New World Order because they'll want to cooperate with us. I mean, they'll want to cooperate, you know.